Hi, it's Veda from QuikrStuff, and I'm here to demo the fastest no-tools bike rack on the market, the Quik Rack Mach 2. After 20 years of iteration, the inventor of the original Quik Rack has improved the old model with 14 new patents and all the most requested features. He licensed the new model exclusively to QuikrStuff, a 100% American-made, Colorado-based startup. I'm going to show you why you're going to want to make the upgrade, and we're going to go through the installation of a 4-bike system with every type of bike: road, fat bike, e-bike, and kids bike. So let's get into it. The rack and add-ons come pre-assembled and folded in half, just like this. One bike hitch rack weighs 28 pounds, and each add-on is 22, which is much lighter. Everything is a one-person job now. You can easily fold up a 4-bike system and fit it in your trunk with room to spare, or just save space in your garage in the off-season. You can see the old rack here. The 4-bike system takes up quite a bit of space. It doesn't fold up compared to the Mach 2. To unfold the rack or the add-on, I just like to set it on the ground, put one hand on one side, grab the other arm. When you hear that snap, it's locked. To close it back up, you just press that blue center plate. And that's it. The redesigned hitch is one of the best upgrades from the old model. It uses 2 aluminum pads instead of the 1 steel ball on the old version. The pads are stronger, smoother, and more stable, since the steel ball version could deform the hitch over time and would require replacing the entire hitch assembly.
The captive safety pin can be removed with 1 screw if not compatible with your vehicle, but if removed, use of a standard hitch pin is recommended.
The redesigned hitch lock is the other major advantage. You no longer need to remember this. You just press the button to lock, and you use this keychain size key to unlock it there. It can only lock in the top 180 degrees, so it's impossible to lock pointing down, where it could get bent if you drive through a dip. Okay, when we go to insert it into the hitch, all you do, put it in the hitch, pull the captive safety pin, and let go when it's past the flange. If your vehicle has a rounded back like this minivan and you're afraid it'll hit your car when you put it in the upright position, you can pull the pin out as far as it'll go, as long as it's still past the flange. It does not need to be in the receiver hole to be secure. It's just an extra safety precaution. If you're not as strong, it's a lot easier to get leverage on this. I know before I could not tighten it with a wrench by myself. Then you just press that button to lock it. The same push barrel locking key are used on the add-ons and the hitch. And if you need to buy more add-ons down the road, we can look up what variation you have and match it. Okay, now that the rack is installed, let's put the first add-on on. You're just gonna open it up like this. Hear it click. You're gonna wanna grab it by the center and couple the hooks with the bars on the rack. Drop it into place, give it a little shake to make sure it's settled. Once the add-on's attached, all you have to do is turn the red latch on both sides and press the barrel lock just like on the hitch. The same key is used. When we go to open the arm to load our first bike, the first thing to notice is that the glide bar is completely smooth. The old one had those bumpy ridges that would wear out and become the equivalent of trying to pull a seatbelt that keeps locking. So that's smooth now. To open the arm, push the red lever just to parallel with the glide bar and open it like that. No sounds at all. Another thing to notice here is if I try to pull it out, it won't go because it locks as a safety precaution. So if you want to put it further, you're going to have to lift the lever again and push it all the way down. Okay, let's load our first bike, a road bike. You'll notice that the tire spool is specifically shaped to hold a high pressure tire, so no adapters there. This isn't as important with the road bike because it's so light, but we generally recommend putting the back tire in first because the back is usually heavier, and then coming around, pushing the front end. Okay, let's load a fat bike now. The spools are already fat tire ready, no adapters needed. We tested it with the V Snowshoe XL that registers at 5.05, and that just fit. So it's safe to say 5 inches comfortably. No spacer kit is a big deal. It's kind of like on Christmas when you're a kid and you get a toy with really complicated setup instructions and all you want to do is just go play with it. Same thing with needing a spacer kit. The last thing you want to do is wonder why there's an unused bolt on the ground. You just want to go ride your bike. The next new feature to point out is the easy access pivot trigger, which is really great because no matter how many add-ons you have, the pivot trigger is always at the end. On the old model, there was a release bar that you had to reach blindly under, and it got really sticky over time. I could never do it by myself, so it became a two-person job. But this, you can just grab the frame of the bike, pull the trigger, and use the bike to lower all the way down for trunk access. And then just grab the bikes and lower back up. Okay, now I'm gonna load a 20-inch kids bike, but to do that, we are gonna use the No Tools wheel spool adjustment. So you just loosen that gold lever, slide it down. You can take this bolt out and put it in the next slot to go even smaller to fit 12-inch tires, but we'll just put it there for now. Do it on the other side. This is great if you're a family that always tries to play bike Jenga every time you load up to go to the trail. Or if you're just like me and you only need one bike, but you take a BMX bike in the morning and a 29er in the afternoon, and you can just change it in seconds. Okay, now we're gonna demo loading an e-bike with the new ramp accessory. The cool thing about the ramp is that it uses the same locking system as the hitch and add-on, so you use the same key and you carry it just like another add-on. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is make sure the front rack arm is open and the back arm is as far down as it'll go. So you can hook the ramp onto the edge. There's no point in bragging that we can haul all these e-bikes if you can't actually lift your bike onto the rack in the first place. We've actually had cancer patients email us and say that they're getting this rack because it's the only one that allows them to get their e-bike on the rack. So it's really cool to hear that we're having that impact and allowing people to get out and keep doing what they love. So once you have the bike loaded on and the ramp removed, you just hook it just like an add-on, and you close the red latches, press the blue button just like the other ones, and that's it.